To get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A try here for the extra point. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get. At the 25.
Paper. Rush in. Rush in.
They'll put him now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
So.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
Orange. Eagle.
Vic on 2nd down. Now he's full, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? It was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
So. Orange. Eagle.
59 Mike.
So.
Let's pick it up. It's our time.
When they sit.
3rd and long for Vic.
Motion.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back. They're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Lion. 300.
So here's Vic following the interception. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We can practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Nice. Hit. Eat.
On play action, Vic. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
On
third down, Vic.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Prescott on play action. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
46.
On third down, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Check.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. It's their quarterback. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. Now the first carry for Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Get inside. Let's go. Get out. Here we go. 46.
Alert.
26.
First down, Prescott. Steps away to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays you can't count for him.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Hey, we got three, three down.
Watch 84.
What is it?
On second down, Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Play action now, Prescott. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So. 86 is on the.
Hey, let's go black you now.
That's you. Watch your slap.
Hey, let's go black you now.
Vic operating on first down. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
They don't want
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
Eagle.
Let's get it.
Orange. Eagle.
A first down throw coming for Vic.
Let's put that team on the front.
Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's going to be brought down on what'll be the final play of this first quarter.
Hey, let's go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Vic will look to throw on first down.
Oh, you got deep.
He'll check it down to Geis. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey,
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Hey. 4 down.
Here's the option going left on second down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
So. 4 down. Alpha.
Check, go get him.
On first and 10, here's Vic. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10.
Watch 10.
A second down throw for Vic. This throw caught at about the 5. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I know you showed it. Double tight.
We got 4.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Double tight.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Double tight.
Yeah.
4 down. Check.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. It's their quarterback. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're right, man, I can't throw 4.
You know, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
Let's see what they do. Prescott now. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Switch is there.
Prescott from the gun. And Cook has it left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. But he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. Ooh, with a juke. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who.
Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. Everson Griffin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Tight end right.
Stop. Alpha. And it's going to block you now.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Everson Griffin able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Wait, twist it.
3 down. Odd.
180 hot. Wait, twist it.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
You got 3 down.
They'll go option to the short side. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. A first half update now from Philadelphia. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Prescott on first down. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They pitch it out to Cook. They find some open field here. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. A first down throw for Prescott. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. A beautiful fake. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Hey, let's go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down.
Stepping up, he'll try to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Hey, let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
Eagle.
And this time they'll throw it with Vic, eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, it's a Gruden family trait to be aggressive, and Jay's going to go for 2 here.
So.
4 down. Alert.
Hey, Lake.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead.
Run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him out near midfield here for 1st and 10. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, 47.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And Diggs has it. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Outside coming. Blitz.
Here we go, 46. Gun.
53.
Gun.
Mike.
26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Mike's 5'9". Here we go. Check. Lucky. Win the rep. Let's go right here. I got it. I got motion.
Base 52.
Mike, check. 59. Watch the run.
Base 5-3. Orange.
Showing 8.
They just hit the playoff. Now Vic. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Shifts past him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Eagle. Lake.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Now the man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We got 4. Check.
So.
Undercrunch.
Base 52.
Slam. Watch the motion.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
I got him. Come on.
For real.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
this
how
my
you hit.
turn.
That's how you
Get some of
hit.
that.
That's right.
Play action now, Vic. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch tight end. Hey, boys, we got 4. 4 down. Motion, motion, motion.
Orange, orange.
51.
Hit it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
All day, dog.
Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
I see you.
Chris Thompson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Odd.
Gun.
Stand up.
Hey, we go wide in. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Odd. 5 down.
Here we go 46. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
53's Mike.
And now a timeout's going to be called here. I think it was by the defense. It was. And that's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this second half. So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion.
3 down.
26.
That he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Quick.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA and playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deo Buchanan. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Nice pick, nice
Well,
pick.
this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Double tight, double tight.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
On.
26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Switch. Switch. It's 8.
5 down. Stand up in.
Here we go. 46.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here we go. 47.
26.
26.
Here's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing. He's got it. Hit the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Two able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession.
Let's go.
Watch tight. Tight end right.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Base 24.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean, size, hands, speed, I mean, the flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile.
When they shot, hit it.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. He's going to rifle one deep left. It got his man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
Hey, let's go.
Well, it's a Gruden family trait to be aggressive, and Jay's going to go for 2 here.
4 down. Check. 4 down.
Double.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal.
Right. Get it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. So here's Vic following the interception. Oh, he cannot get away. Down goes Vic. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, Vic. Buying time to his left. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jordan Reed was the intended target. And it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
Orange.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Salt. Orange.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some.
What they say?
Come get some.
Orange.
You don't want it.
Third and long for Vic. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Tressway now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is taken at the 23. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
46.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
46. Here we go, 46.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football.
46.
So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Prescott, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And steps away. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He has enough for the 1st down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
Four down. Alert flare. Hey, switch.
They'll run it now with the gun. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We got 4.
Salt.
They'll try to throw it here, Vic. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 11 yards that
Hey, let's
time
go.
and a new set of downs.
Lion, 300.
Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Double.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Quick.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll get a run with Thompson, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And some room to maneuver. Then he's running right through it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Don't be mad. It's more coming.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Watch the safety creep.
Let's go. Right 20.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Tight end right.
Eagle. Alpha.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting him today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the fight.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Redskins have taken the lead in the 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A little droop. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
To throw is Prescott. And Rudolph has it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
And you know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had the pass protect.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield,
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the set. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Hey, let's go!
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draws, they're thinking passing. They see that initially defensively, right?
Now, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. Oftentimes, you can bypass him with a running play.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
51 the mic, boys.
Eagle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Double. Orange. Lake.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter where I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a 1st down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the 1st, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because...
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try to run back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go, 46. Gun.
Take four.
Gun. Wait, think.
Back to throw. It's complete to Diggs. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.